Do not attempt to adjust your programming. You are now listening to B-Movies and Beyond.
Okay.
Pew 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 pew.
That one caught me off guard, Ryan. I was trying to make sure we were recording, and yes, we are. Well, at least I hope so. Wow.
I was waiting for Peter is recording the call.
Yeah. Well, welcome in, everyone, to another fantastic episode of Beat Movies and Beyond. Dude, guys, we're on episode 225.
Wow.
And it is March 3rd. You know, I started thinking the other day, I was like, maybe I need to start saying what episode it is and also the date. Because if you go back and listen to some of these, you know, like, you're really going to have no idea. You know, like, you could think it's like a recent episode and we're talking about Justice League, unless we might be talking about Justice League for years to come. I don't know.
You know, we'd like to do the South Park model, where it's all like, hey, you just have to get the pop culture references, and then if not, you don't know.
I like that, Evan. I was just going to say something similar. It's, you know, based off what the news is in the pop culture, then that's our episode and what time frame. And make it a game like the Ice Cube song, you know, the Good Day song. It was like January 20th, 1992. Like, people found that out.
Huh.
That was a good day.
Okay. Well, fuck it. I mean, I didn't say what year it was for March 3rd.
Coming from you, 1992.
Yeah. No, 97, Evan.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
my favorite year now.
His
97.
yeah,
Don't get me-
97.
Yeah, don't get me started, Evan. I'll go down that rabbit hole again and make you
I will
upset.
come to your house and cut you off.
No, you won't. It's COVID.
I will clip your microphone with
Peter,
scissors.
as you wanted to say what day we're recording, you got it wrong. It is March 2nd.
You're breaking the fourth wall.
And
Because we were supposed to record tomorrow, but someone has a date. This guy is hanging in there. Ryan.
I got a date. I'm going to eat some seafood, so hopefully I'm not allergic.
Good
Wait,
luck for both.
I'm not sure. I thought you liked seafood.
I love seafood, so hopefully I'm not allergic.
You know, I like. Well, I mean, I like some seafood. It's not like my favorite thing, but I never thought I was allergic to anything. And I was on a work trip once, and we got all this. I don't know what we had, but I just had like all kinds of different like seafood shit because we're in like Florida, and I think the shit made me sick. Don't
You
eat
shouldn't
shit,
eat
guys.
Yeah, you got to eat the seafood, not the shit of the seafood.
Yeah.
Like, you
Yeah,
know
but-
that brown part of the shrimp? That's actually poop. You don't eat that. You got to clean that.
Isn't
Okay.
that gross to think about? Like, if you don't clean that, you're just eating shrimp poop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's a scary thing, man. When you just start breaking out, like Ryan, I know you kind of had that with your tattoo fiasco, but like, dude, when you start like, I remember like I couldn't breathe very well.
I almost died.
I don't. Thank you. I don't know if I almost died, but it was scary as hell. Where it was just like, why am I so itchy? I'm really hot and sweaty, and I got rashes all over my stomach and in my arms, and I don't know why. Like it was weird, and that's on a work trip.
I was laying on the couch, slowly breathing, and I said, "This is it. This is how I go." I got my first tattoo, and I take some turmeric pills to ease the swelling, and this is how I go. This is how I go. It says, "Lord."
What you get for being an anti-vaxxer.
I am not an anti-vaxxer. Let's note that on March
Sure, with your
2nd.
fancy turmeric.
Hey, well, I just didn't
God.
have what's the little pink pill? No,
Pepto-Bismol.
Benadryl. I didn't have Benadryl.
Yeah, he thought he needed to take Pepto. Oh
You never
man,
know. You thought it was something we ate.
yeah. I just like. I mean, did you start calling people saying, "This is it," or did you? I I just like you just kind of accepted your fate and just laid there on the couch. What were you watching?
I was actually at my mom's house and she was watching the news, and I was the latter. It was, this is it. I'm just gonna accept my fate. I'm not gonna, when people find out, it's just gonna be me on the couch, just wheezing away, just. Oh, hold on. Let me get a dramatic effect.
Awful. Just awful.
But I pulled through. I was good.
We would put you in an iron lung. You'd be okay.
I think we have better technology now, but yeah, thanks.
I like the iron lung thing. I think it'd be cool.
Could you imagine
Bro.
me doing the podcast in an iron lung, just like my head just tilted? I'm like, all right, guys, hey.
You wouldn't have to leave the podcast as much to go pee because you just pee in it, right?
Very true.
Oh, man.
Well, anyway, welcome back to B Movies and Beyond.
Welcome back,
Hey.
Evan.
Welcome back. Yes, Evan. It's been 2 long weeks. We got to fill you in on everything that's happened since then.
You realize you're just destroying the 2 weeks I spent away from you.
Guess how many craps I've taken over that time?
Oh, God.
During
Wait,
the podcast, or like?
No, just over the time. During the podcast. I don't think I've taken any craps during the podcast.
I would love for you to do that one day. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna Skype on my phone one day, and I'm just gonna be taking a poop.
please no. Put that at least behind a paywall.
Yeah, well, we still got that Patreon, guys. Let's put it on Patreon.
Hey, if you guys want to watch us take a crap and podcast, Tales
Yes.
from the Craps.
Well, welcome back, Evan. It's good to have you. It's
Yeah,
good
what
to
I
have
missed?
You just told us not to say anything.
I lied.
We had a new guest. It was hey, have you met Ted?
Yeah, he was
I
good.
haven't said.
You
He
need to meet him.
he came with some B movies. He didn't come with like pop culture and shit. Like he was like spouting off some like real B movies, like from the 80s and shit.
He did his homework.
He did his homework.
Let's
DC?
Did we talk about DC? I don't even think we talked about any DC, did we?
What the hell's wrong with you?
We waited for you, Evan.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I mean, are you excited for the 4-hour Justice League cut?
I mean,
Zack Snyder cut?
maybe, but
Fa-
still, it's like I'm like, hey, I got to see the Joker without eyebrows again. So,
And
that'll be
without
fun.
tattoos.
Yeah, he got those later. And
I
he's
know.
like,
I like the future Joker. He's like, I made a mistake there with all those tattoos. I really regret them.
the big twist is that they were all henna. So,
They're all He got him in like on a vacation in Jamaica or something.
oh yeah, he's like, he'd have to be insane to get a tattoo.
Yeah.
Great.
Thanks, Evan.
You're welcome. What? I'm the only pure one here.
Yeah, you are. That's true. You know what?
No,
Now we need to
here's
tie
the
Evan
difference,
down
though.
and make him get a tattoo of B Movies Beyond. The
I know.
Nicolas Cage one. That's the one.
Oh, God no.
What was our time frame? It was like 5 years or something. If we do this podcast for another 5 years, we all get B Movies tattoos.
We've never said this.
Yeah, I don't remember this either, but we better write that down so it's set in stone.
All right.
on
Sign
paper.
that. So
Let's,
I am retiring from the podcast as of today.
let's do
Dude,
it.
we did 10, and I'm sure this does sound familiar because I feel like you said the exact same thing, or you just often say you're going to retire from the podcast because you don't like something.
Pretty
This is-
much, yeah. It's my
This is
only
why we
threat,
need to
guys.
time step our episodes.
Yeah, it is 2021,
See, I've made it
March
this long.
2nd.
Once we hit 300 episodes, March 2nd, 8:06 p.m., 2021, 300 episodes, we all
No,
get...
my goal really is to hit 365 because I want everyone could listen to our episode a day for a whole year. Like that's like I'm waiting for that number. That's like my next big number for me.
Okay, Nick Cage.
Yeah. I want anytime you're listening to anything, the next podcast you listen to is our podcast. I want everyone to hear us.
I'm a little dark. I'm going to switch my hat around.
All right, that's cool. Evan, we got a question for you from last week. Something
Oh,
that
yeah.
you missed.
What?
Hey, while he set that up, I lied. I have to pee.
See me that on your iron lung. Okay, Evan. So this is in reference to Willy's Wonderland, which again, spoiler alert, guys, we're gonna talk about that again this episode. But I came up with the question was which animatronic anywhere, you know, just like I was kind of thinking like real animatronics though, would you want to fight in real life?
In real life, like, do I want to win,
Well,
or do I want to go out in a blaze of glory?
Okay, so here, let me give you some examples. Like Ted went with like he found like this like junkyard like animatronic of Chuck E. Cheese, and he looked like a gangster, and it looked scary. And I was like, I can't beat that thing. And mine was I want to go into like It's a Small World ride and just destroy all those animatronics. I feel like I could win, but at the same time, like if they actually could leave their little station, I'd get swarmed and probably die. So I don't know. I mean, no matter what, you're fighting robots, man. I feel like they always have the upper hand.
Okay, honestly, I would go with Pirates of the Caribbean,
Okay.
just for the Jurassic Park reference.
Hey, what? What Jurassic Park reference?
What? Well, when you're in Jurassic Park, the Pirates of the Caribbean don't get off the ride and eat you.
Oh.
See? Just got to do an ode to Jeff Goldblum. That's how I'm going out.
Nice. Which animatronic would you want to fight? The new Johnny Depp one that's at the end of the
I want to
ride?
go old school. I want to do the old Pirates of the Caribbean.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, he's pretty much the only update they made to it. He pops up throughout the ride. I don't know if you guys have been on it since the movies were released. But like that's kind of like the fun thing about the ride now is like, everything else is still like exactly the same, except there's just random spots where Johnny Depp's character is just popping out, like he's hiding, and it's like where's Depp? Where's Waldo throughout it? And it's kind of it's fun for for me since I've been on the ride a lot of times. To like, all right, where's Johnny Depp?
And what a lot of people don't know is sometimes it's actually him. He's just wandered off and actually scared the shit out of people.
He's actually done that before.
I'm not surprised. It's Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
That would be hilarious if we chose the one day to go beat up the animatronic characters at Pirates of the Caribbean, and Johnny Depp is the special guest there as Captain Jack Swan. What was he? Sparrow.
Sparrow, yeah.
I like Swan.
Jack Swan.
Jack Swan. How about that?
Jack Swan. And then we end up just beating up Johnny Depp. And then, then we'd have a civil case, and then he would sue us for a bunch of money. And
good thing I got no money.
Yeah. Be like, sorry, Johnny.
But it might ruin our careers. Both of ours.
That's your fault. You guys got careers.
It would have ruined mine. I would be like, guess who fought Johnny Depp? This guy. You want to take a car out? Okay.
Yeah.
One of the scariest things, though, I think if Madame Tussauds, whatever her name is, the wax museum place, if they were all animatronics, that would be fucking terrifying.
Ooh, that's an interesting point.
Yeah. Now we're talking about House of Wax shit, man. They should redo House of Wax and put it into one of those, like they get stuck in one of those like stores, or I don't even know, museums. Are they called museums? Is that what they are?
I think so, yeah. House of Wax, actually.
Yeah. And like they came to life. Like I like that. And then
they should
think
still
of all the
keep
cameos. Yeah, still kill. Well, I think Paris Hill.
She's the one star, actually. Oh, I'm just here.
Nice. That'd be like that. I like that concept. TM guys or Warner Brothers or whoever's listening, don't take our shit. TM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But true story here. Do you guys this summer want to go to Waterworld and actually beat up the Egyptians at the Lost Pharaohs ride? Because I'm down.
That was Ryan's pick.
Were you scarred as a child?
Yes, those fucking things were terrifying when I was younger. And I always wanted to get out and just beat him because he was wailing the whole time. And I think we actually have a legit chance of doing it. So, I mean, if you guys are down, I am too.
I mean, anything goes at Waterworld.
I'll be back up. I'll send a tube down for you guys.
So we can escape.
Yep.
All right, you're the backup tube then, and then we'll get out. Because I mean, like, dude, how much crazy shit do you do at Waterworld? You're constantly out of the inner tubes and like doing
I
weird
legally
shit.
can't say actually.
Oh, haven't they gotten stricter where there's always like someone there. There's always like an attendant saying, "Get in your tube."
Oh, they've always done that. We just never cared when we were younger.
Okay. I guess as I got older, that's when I start remembering that they were there. Beforehand, I'm like, nah, who cares? Like you said.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I actually want to play this quick game. Ryan, you gave us nicknames.
Okay.
And you did the first name and then like the last initial. So I think I know what you're doing, but I like the game of just trying to figure out what were you going for.
Well, it actually goes with my quick question.
Perfect then.
Okay, so my quick question is, you're making a zombie movie. You're setting everything up. What film location? City, country, planet, whatever. I'll throw in planet. I don't care. Do you want the story to take place in?
Okay. I like how you throw in planet though. Like, I mean, are you saying like fictional or otherwise? I mean, what?
Okay, let's take out planet.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, if I just, if I'm living on Mars or whatever, like, I feel like I don't have to worry about zombies, unless that's what's on Mars.
Zombie aliens? I mean, don't take our trademark over here, Warner Brothers.
Yeah. Okay, so for a movie, I thought about this before the podcast, and I like it. And I almost went with Las Vegas just because of, I think it was fresh in my mind from the Army of the Dead trailer. I don't know if you saw that, Evan.
Nope.
It takes place it's Zack Snyder's new zombie film, but it's in Las Vegas and a lot of crazy different zombies there, which makes sense. And so I think to be like for like a great zombie film, like you want lots of zombies, right? So it has to be heavily populated. So I'm going with like Tokyo, like that area. I think that would be a great place. Tons of people. And I mean those those zombie movies are awesome. Like they're scary. So I go with Tokyo. I think that'd be a good place, a good setting for a zombie flick.
I haven't seen a zombie flick set in Tokyo, so I would go with that. That sounds like a good one.
I agree. I got to go with the suburbs though.
The burbs, like WandaVision?
Yep. Nope, I don't justify WandaVision as a show.
It's a show within a show within a show.
No, because I don't know what episode I'm on anymore.
You're probably still on 3 where you left off.
That's right. Hey,
are you in the
see,
80s,
I don't remember that.
70s or 90s?
Oh, that's something you missed.
When he looks like Jeffrey Dahmer, so 70s.
Oh, nice. That's something you missed. I'm caught up on WandaVision, and I finished the second season of The Mandalorian.
Nice.
Yep. So
good for you. I'm proud.
But okay, thank
You're
you.
A go-getter now.
I don't know what happened.
It's okay. Free time does wonders.
I will say though, Evan, the second season of The Mandalorian is it's the tits.
It's the tits.
Yeah. And I recommend it. But okay, suburbs.
Yes.
Tell us why.
Because I just love that gradual build-up. It has enough space where people can get away, but then you never know what's around the next corner. And it's just a little bit more relatable for me because that's where I grew up. And just seeing like the shit from the city going down and then slowly trickling in until it's just that you slowly see that tsunami wave coming towards you.
Yeah.
Stuff's
I mean,
Gundam.
yeah, you make a good point. Like, I feel in my scenario, if I'm actually there, I'm dead in
Yeah.
Tokyo.
I was gonna
So,
say there's no chance for Peter in Tokyo.
yeah, I'm one of the zombies. So okay, you got a good point. That's a good point, Evan.
Yeah, but for me, I've always just liked seeing shit go down for a zombie movie, and very few movies actually do that quite well.
Like
Like,
when it all starts, like before anyone knows.
kind of, yeah. Like, I mean, the opening for Zombieland, it's beautiful. That's what I want an entire zombie movie to be. Just those weird little snippets of stories of people in really weird positions trying to get out of it.
Oh, so I really like going back to Zack Snyder, but his Dawn of the Dead. I mean,
That was a good suburb. Intro.
yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Mhm.
Just seeing everything going down. But I like it. I mean, like I like it. You know what that builds? It's not just the masses. It's just like you said, like you never know what you're gonna get behind each corner. So it's a good pick, Ryan.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go with Amsterdam. And the reason I pick Amsterdam is because I want my zombies to still be able to partake in smoking marijuana, hooking up
So
with
they slow
hookers.
down.
Yeah. So like it could be a method to actually like fend them off, like give them a little bit of weed or let the zombie prostitutes like lure them into the red light district, or like just give them a little bit of mushrooms and see if they amplify or chill. And then that could be a method of defeating the zombies. But if all else fails, Amsterdam's a big enough city. You have a little bit of a suburb, and you can devise traps where you can throw the zombies in canals. And if they can't swim, then that could be an arc in the story where like, oh my god, the zombies can't swim, and then you just lure them into the middle of the riverways, and or you can evade them that way, and then everybody can all have a pint at the bar and let this thing blow all over.
I like it.
I
Good
really, I mean,
reference.
yeah, the idea of just zombies, the zombie outbreak, like in the red district, just I like that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's zombie strippers all over again. I mean, tenfold.
Could you imagine a bunch of stone zombies eating like handheld frites, like walking around looking at hookers? And you're
I
just
mean, I feel like that's
going
what
them
it is
down?
already, man. You just got a whole bunch of stone people walking around, just like, oh, whoa, boost! I want them.
Yeah, I think Amsterdam would be awesome because it's crowded. There's a lot of people there, but like once you start veering off to like the different towns and like getting away from the major city, you can really fend them off. And I think I would have a chance in Amsterdam. Tokyo, I'd be dead. Like there'd be tons of Harajuku girls coming after me, and
You're like, okay, it's worth it.
yeah, I'd be like, come on.
I mean, this is a movie, so I mean, there's always going to be like, like just when you think it's like, oh, this guy's dead, like, I go into a casino or some shit, or I get in what else is in Tokyo? A rickshaw. Is that a thing in
Dude,
Tokyo?
That's Chinese.
Go
Oh.
to one of the shops with all the samurai swords and just weapon
Oh.
up. That's
See,
what I
yeah,
would
there
do.
you go. See, plenty of weapons all around in Tokyo,
See?
right?
Tokyo would be great because all the fireworks distract those zombies,
Yeah.
and it's like, hey,
I would hop in the Gundam and start shooting them with laser beams. Like,
And I get
it actually works, and only
Ryan.
Ryan can pilot it.
oh, I can work this.
Wait, but
I
I'm
don't-
not in high school. This
Yeah,
is
you
weird.
guys, you don't know, but like in Godzilla versus Kong, like Gundam's gonna show up.
That'd be so awesome.
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly.
Yeah, I'm surprised it. Oh crap! I'm having power issues, guys.
Do you not plug in your computer?
Oh, I thought I did plug it in, but I didn't actually plug it into the wall. My bad.
Nothing but the best here at B Movies and Beyond.
That's right. All right, now we're good. It's charging. We're good. That explains a lot why my brightness was like my computer, like it was just dimming more and more, and I was like, this is strange. All right, well, I like that. That's a good question, and I hope WB or in Disney or whoever makes zombie movies, you
Netflix.
could take our ideas for that one. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that.
See, now
Zack
one thing about,
Snyder.
one thing about the Zack Snyder thing, it kind of reminds me of Dead Rising.
Yep.
So
Absolutely. That's what we were
I
talking
love
about.
that. So it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Well, the other part too is that it's kind of like a heist film, which I thought was kind of similar to Peninsula. Like that was kind of like a heist film as well. So he's just stealing from everyone.
One thing about Peninsula, don't you love it how all the bad guys had really fucked up teeth, but then all the good people had perfect teeth? Except I think for the crazy grandpa.
Yeah.
It was just like, really?
I guess
This is how you show evil?
I love how
Fucked up
Peter's in space right now. Yeah.
Well, what I was gonna say was, I agree. I remember some pretty bad teeth, but I don't remember good teeth. But then I also thought,
They
all
weren't
right,
as bad as the bad ones.
yeah, but there was some reasoning behind some bad teeth because they were like cut off from the world and they had nothing. And then some of the people that had good teeth, like they were in captivity. But I was also going to say is that I probably didn't quite see all that because of I was reading subtitles, Evan. I don't have time to look at anything else. So
I swear, we need like a weird thing for you. Like, I'd say books on tape, but movies on tape. Just so you have a narrator to read the subtitles for you.
Yeah. Well, I guess I agree, Evan. Back to Ryan's nicknames, though. Like now, I get it. I mean, you gave us a big hint. Ryan put himself as George R. Romero.
Yep.
Evan is Sam R., which I guess is Sam Raimi.
Yep.
Why did I pick Sam Raimi for Evan?
Because I'm a badass with a gun.
Because he's Doctor Strange.
Because Evan loves anything that Sam Raimi touches.
Not true.
Yeah, I don't know that.
Really?
That's correct.
I don't think he likes
Hercules and Xena was amazing.
What if he did that one with James Franco and Wizard of Oz prequel?
Oh, the
Oz Great Powers or something.
I think so. I haven't seen it actually.
I could have done without that, but whatever. And then I'm Danny B, which I mean, I'm beating myself up, but I don't know who this is.
Really?
Ooh, Danny Trejo.
No, B is in boy, not T.
Yeah, Danny Trejo.
Oh, okay.
He's a badass.
Oh yeah.
Danny. And you kind of got this one with your premise with a very large crowd of zombies, very fast and very moving.
Oh, Brad Pitt?
No.
Oh, see, I don't think I know this director. Are you talking about 28 Days Later?
Yep.
Who's the director?
Danny Boyle.
Oh. Okay, I approve.
Now, are those truly zombies? Because it's a virus from a monkey.
Well, I mean, the coronavirus was a virus from a bat, and we're all kind of zombies.
We don't know that yet. We don't know that.
We're zombies. I didn't know that.
We're all just introvert zombies, and we're locked in our house. We can't go do anything.
At least you didn't give me Zack Snyder, so thanks.
I was not going to give anybody Zack Snyder. I don't see him as a true zombie director.
Oh, that's really good.
But it was a remake of George Romero.
Okay, good point.
But I mean, honestly,
good.
the remake is so much better than the original.
Yes.
Except for that one helicopter scene. The helicopter cutting off the head was great.
Yes, I will give you that Dawn of the Dead was a good movie. Unfortunately, it led to people thinking he's a good director, and he got other films after that. And I'm not sold on Zack Snyder. Maybe Army of the Dead might change that. And March 2nd, 2021 at 8:27 p.m., I might have to eat my words.
I think you have to eat your words for just remembering how much you love 300.
Yeah.
I fell asleep before all the action.
And I gave you my ticket, you piece of shit. And then that's how you repaid me.
I literally saw the beginning, black screen, and then I saw an ending. I saw no action.
That's your fault. It was all slow motion.
Yeah, were you sitting next to me, Ryan? I don't, because were we on the far end? Were you getting like, dude, we went to one of those like giant like IMAX theaters, and we were on the far end where you're just cramming your neck to the right or whatever to like actually see the whole film. And I don't even think I watched the whole thing because it hurt. It physically hurt me.
I fell asleep. My favorite IMAX showing I went to was Spider-Man 3, Sam Raimi. And I went, and
that was the same place. We went to the same place.
Yeah, and we went at we saw the 4:00 in the morning showing, and leaving the movie theater at 6 or 7 in the morning, and walking out, it was like The Hangover. I was walking out and I was like, oh my God, is this what it's like this early in the morning? And I had to go to work. And I had to go to work on a Saturday morning. And I rolled into work and they're like, dude, you look wrecked. And I was like, I just watched Spider-Man 3. And I fell asleep during work, but never again will I ever watch a movie at 4 in the morning and walk out of a theater to a Hangover style morning. That was awful. It was worse than 300, because 300 it was still kind of dark outside when we left, and at least I got a good sleep.
Midnight showings, man. I cannot believe that we used to do oh man, all the midnight showings are sold out. Let's do the next one or the third one that night. That was so dumb, and now they're doing the movie theater's oh fuck it, we'll just play it on Thursday night.
We'll play Thursday at 7. You guys want to come in? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it really was.
It helps so much because I'm getting older. It's no, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, I can go on Thursday night, but yeah, midnight on Friday. No. Or no, it was Thursday night at midnight. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
It was the worst is when you actually went to a movie and it sucked. We went to Indiana Jones 4.
Oh.
Crystal Skull or whatever. Yeah, I laid down and I went to bed because I was like, well, this wasn't worth my time.
Jeez.
I think one of my favorite parts was watching Exorcism of Emily Rose, because I actually made it scarier because I fell asleep, so I was snoring throughout the whole thing. And they're the people I was with were like, oh my God, what's growling? It's dude, this is so fucking crazy. It's in the theater with us. It was me.
4D, the new experience.
That's right.
That's awesome. We have some trailers, but I gotta be honest, I really don't want to talk about them.
Bad Trip and the Rookies, they were kind of lame. Don't care.
Yep. So there you go.
Yeah.
One's going to Netflix. I mean, Bad Trip, man. It's had a bad trip because I saw that trailer years ago, and it's just been stuck. I don't think they knew what to do with it, and then it's finally going to be released on Netflix. So there you go.
I feel like they tried hey, remember Jackass? And then everybody forgot about it.
Yeah.
And
well,
then
dude,
they're oh, we're still trying it. But it's, hey, Jackass spinoff.
Well, it has Eric. Yeah, it has Eric Andre, and it's also past Jackass, where they actually try to have a story behind it. Like the new Jackass, where they do what is it, Bad Grandpa and shit like that, where they have a story behind it and all these crazy stunts. But this is Eric Andre's attempt at it, and this is before Tiffany Haddish became super huge, because she's in it as well, doing all these I don't even it's behind the scenes
Yeah.
or spoof shit. I don't even know what you
Oh.
call it.
Ooh, actually, I have a good question for you guys. Why the fuck did Make Benefit for America for a Kazakhstan film, whatever, win something?
Because
The
we didn't have
sequel?
any movies last year.
Oh my god, it hurts so much. It's like, why? This should not be a award-winning thing.
Do you know what he was going against in the Golden Globes though? Do you
No,
know?
Wait,
But
the
I just
Golden
thought,
Globes
like-
happened?
Yeah, the Golden Globes just happened. And I heard it was kind of a mess, man.
Yeah,
like
no one
with
watched it.
everything. Like, I mean, it's all virtual, and I heard all kinds of like people were muted and then unmuted, and then like I don't know. I kind of want to watch just the highlights of it to see like how big of a mess. But you know, be honest, like I wasn't surprised that they won. I mean, what other comedies came out last year that deserve actually winning?
Sonic.
Anything else?
It wasn't that bad, Evan. Like I liked it. It wasn't like the first Borat, but it
Exactly. First Borat was good. This one, no.
it had its moments. It had its moments.
Everything has its moments. Like my favorite part, the end. No, actually, I haven't seen it, but I just saw that and I was just like, really? Why did this movie win? So I was just wondering your guys'
It's
take on
actually
it.
pretty good, Evan.
Well, now it makes sense that why Evan's opinion is that.
I've
Oh,
seen the
wow.
trailer.
Evan, it's pretty good. Like all things considered, like it was fun.
Yeah, it was
Don't
fun.
you take my catchphrase.
Like I said, it wasn't like the best thing ever, but it definitely it was a decent sequel. All right. But Ryan, why don't you take us into the news?
Where to start?
So much.
All right, I got a lot of news. I was in note mode and I was like, all right, I'm gonna load it up. Peter, you added this. Superman is getting reboot with J.J. Abrams.
Yes.
Do we fucking care?
Yes.
Well, it's supposed to be a black Batman now.
Superman.
Or black Superman.
So Peter doesn't care. He doesn't even know who the main character is.
You know, I know you're a Marvel fan, but that was cold, man. That was cold.
Okay.
It's just there's so many things, and J.J. Abrams isn't involved. Like, here's the thing: they're always going to reboot these characters, you know. And the fact that they got J.J. involved but my one thing is, are they trying to take this in too much of a different direction? Which it could be the best thing ever for Superman, to be honest. Like I don't know. But and maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe not stay true and they need to do something totally different. Like so you know what? I'm in. I decided right now on the show that I'm in. I'm excited for it. Because I'm done. I don't want to see Zack Snyder's Superman anymore. I'm done with that.
I don't want to see Zack Snyder's Superman, but Henry Cavill was the best on-screen Superman.
Yeah, he was good. Yeah.
However, that being said, let the reboot happen. I don't fucking care anymore. I don't need to see him running through the fields of Kansas. Blah blah blah. Blah, 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 blah. I don't fucking care. This opens up the door for Henry Cavill to be James Bond.
Can we all just be honest with each other and say Idris Elba is Superman and they're going to do a Hobbs and Shaw connection?
Oh, I would watch it. I would watch it.
The transforming motorcycles there. This is a crossover. Michael Bay's gonna direct some of it too, and Transformers are get involved.
I have two things on this. Why I'm happy is because if we're not gonna have Henry Cavill Superman, then let's have him be James Bond. He's gonna be the most picture perfect next James Bond, and you can't see my arm reach over there, but I'm doing this. And my other thing is, hey, Disney could pick up on all these Disney and Marvel can pick up on all these DC outcasts, him and Ben Affleck, and let's bring them to the Marvel universe and let's just really stick it to DC and let DC just die. Because
for loving your childhood, you really hate DC. What's wrong with you?
My childhood?
Yeah. Batman Returns, Batman Forever.
Yeah, those were good movies. I don't know why DC decides to mess them up.
Because they just got to keep telling that story over and over again.
You
got to remember, they had 20 years to deal with Avengers. And they haven't had multiple people play those iconic characters.
I just want Henry Cavill to be James Bond and or Wolverine. And I want Ben Affleck to be, I don't fucking know. Younger. And less frumpy and less drunk.
That's perfect, though, for Tony Stark.
I can see those two being Marvel characters to really stick it to Warner Brothers, and I'm open to that. So, and then another stick to the DC universe. Actually, it's a stick to Amber Heard. Is that bitch going to jail? Is that what I'm hearing?
Please, you got to share. I haven't kept up with my.
So
DC
apparently, if all this news and allegations are true, she may face jail time. And by her facing jail time, DC has no other choice to recast her character. Was it Mara? I think.
Yeah.
Ariel.
And okay, do you think they're going to recast her anyway because of these? And is her career done? And last question. Again, does anybody care?
Why is she going to jail? Why is she going to jail?
Because Johnny Depp is suing her for defamation, and if they find out like she like kind of like planned this out, she could face like 3 to 4 years in jail.
Man, I don't. The whole thing is just ridiculous. Like I don't. No, none of this has like helped any of their careers, and the fact that she is actually still involved with Aquaman 2 blows my mind.
First of all, she was terrible in the first one.
I mean, and I also feel like she could easily be written out of it. Mm-hmm. Like if I was Warner Brothers and I knew all this was going on, but I feel like they took her side throughout this whole thing because Me Too, and they just like there's no way that this is gonna come back on her, and yet here it is. But it's not helping anyone's careers, and I personally think take her out. She didn't help the movie. So I will say I'll recommend though, watch Amber Heard in Drive Angry.
Yes, that's when I loved her. When she was crazy in movies, not crazy in real life, and she's still hot. She's still very attractive, but
just remember the crazy to hot scale. That's very important.
Her scale is a little off. Let's see. Let me lead into this cancel culture, because that's what she was trying to do with Johnny Depp. Our boy Chris D'Elia, or my boy Chris D'Elia, is back.
Yeah, don't put us in that.
He put a YouTube apology. It was very genuine, and it gave you an aspect into a celebrity's life where he actually just took all this time off to take care of his family. He has a newborn son, and like he came back and started showing videos and stuff that he's a family man and he's battled his sexual addiction, and he said sorry. And then next up, Gina Carano, she's trying to fight cancel culture.
Wait, hang on. Can we back up 1 second though with Chris D'Elia?
Just a little bit.
Is it enough, Ryan? I know, like it seems like you're okay with it. But I think you were okay with it from the get-go.
Well, comparing, would Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, if they just apologize, is it okay? They're like, cool, back in Aquaman 2.
Why does Johnny Depp have to apologize?
Because he was persecuted and he got taken out of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because everybody backed up Amber Heard.
Right.
So they picked their side.
They
But
picked their side. Yeah.
but if they just apologize, it's okay. Hey, you're back.
It's like that South Park episode. We're sorry. We're sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would accept an apology from Amber Heard. I would say, all right, you know what? If she said, hey, you know what? I made this up and really fucked up my career and Johnny Depp's, and I'm sorry for all the detriment that we put up, and I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You know, I to be honest, Evan, you weigh in too, but I'm okay. I think if they own up to whatever they did and they're sorry, and as long as it's not like just I don't, to be honest, I think Amber Heard's might be a little bit too much because I mean, I don't know. Just trying to she was trying to slander like all this shit like that's going beyond just like getting divorced. Like you're trying to ruin someone's life. So
That's what
I don't-
divorce is. What the fuck?
I mean, no, but like going beyond that, like I mean, it's one thing to get separated and everything, but like she was trying to ruin his career. Like I honestly believe that. Like, and I don't think like if she stopped this early on and apologized, like I was upset and I was so pissed off at him. I'm more into that. But I guess like with Chris D'Elia, like it's the same thing. Like, okay, sure, he took off time and he's trying to correct himself, but he also just got sued by the chick that brought this all to light, and there's all kinds of evidence that he did this shit. Like okay, he's saying that he did it and he's sorry, but dude, he still has to go through all those court cases, and I don't. It's
Therapy.
yeah, and like I'm glad he's doing what he needs to do, but until like I think like that court stuff is out of it, and I don't know what's better if he just owns up to it and just settles out of court and be like, hey, like I fucked up and I gave her tons of money, to like
Well,
make this go away.
he owned up to it right away. He said,
Kind
"Hey," I mean, like he had his statement, and then he disappeared, and
Yeah.
he handled it personally, not in the media. He handled it. He did his therapy. And like if you ever watched the video, like his most recent one, it's a pretty genuine. Like for a person to sit in front of a camera to an audience and say, "Hey, I had a problem. I own up to it. I made my mistakes. I apologize. I've ruined these relationships with these people closest to me, my family, my kid. I don't want them to see that as an example. I actually truly feel for these people and I understand what I'm doing and I'm working at it." I think his apology was absolutely genuine, where we don't have anything from Amber Heard. And then the other ones I put on the list was, Gina Carano. Like, she said something shitty, and now she's like, gung ho, I'm gonna be fucking shitty the rest of the time and team up with the Daily Mail who slanders people all day long. Bad connection there, Gina. Sorry. And then, we have the other one, Britney Spears. She was like the first of cancel culture. Like everybody tried to cancel Britney, and she was just trying to have her own goddamn career and live her life. She didn't have to apologize for anything. And then the big fucking one is, why are we trying to cancel Mr. Potato Head?
Really?
Because it's insensitive. It's gender neutral now. It's just Potato Head. You can be whatever you want. But believe the science. Climate change is real.
Hasbro released a statement saying we're not going to have a gender neutral Potato Head. We are going to have a Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. And let it fucking be. Cancel culture, it's 2021. Coronavirus, it's March 2nd right now, is completely done. And cancel culture should be done as well. And we should let celebrities be people. And we should let Mr. Potato Head be a Mr. And we should let Britney Spears have her own money. And we should let Johnny Depp make more Pirates movies. And Chris D'Elia should come back and have a silly goose time. So,
First off, I'm worried about French fries right now. Because what gender of potato am I going on?
Fuck, Evan, you just open up a can of worms.
Exactly. What favoritism am I showing? Oh God, I ate a female potato. Is this misogyny?
My potatoes are they, and I love
I guess I don't think I've heard about the Mr. Potato Head thing. They're really trying to get that changed so that he's gender neutral or what?
Yeah. So I have a
Wow.
solution, and it's on Facebook, and it's documented yesterday, March 1st. Hasbro needs to release a 2-pack of potatoes, and they come with all the parts, and you just create your own goddamn potato, okay? You could create Mrs. and Mrs. Potato Head. You can create they potato head or whatever. And then they can upsell, and you can have the family potatoes. And then you can upsell and have the pets. So Hasbro, give me my check along with Warner Brothers, and let's fire Amber Heard because she hasn't apologized. And let's replace
Apologize.
Let's replace Amber Heard with Crystalia. There we go.
Oh,
I want
God, he's
Crystalia.
horrible. Ariel. Fuck that.
Crystalia.
I'm sorry.
I want
He is not
Crystalia.
attractive.
He is. He does look like he was. Yeah.
I don't know. There's, I will say they go a little bit. I mean, when I say they, is just kind of the masses they're going too over the top with some of this shit. But when you break the law, you break the law. In Crystalia's case, and he needs to go through the court system. So, Gina, I wish her the best. I don't feel like what she did was actually that bad. But she's making it worse. So, good luck to her.
Have you actually guys heard about Bill Burr
Yeah, he
being
like
under fire
defended her.
now? Yeah. He said she was nice, and they're like, "Oh, well, did she ever talk politics?" He's like, "No."
And all he said was she was nice.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Oh my God, you're supporting?" And even Henry Cavill is getting shit for dating her 10 years ago.
I saw that. See, that's the shit that bugs me. And it's the same thing. Like, I just saw something right before this podcast that, like, I guess R.I.P. Jeremy Renner was like trending on Twitter because, again, they're bringing up all this past shit with Jeremy Renner and like his past past history that he did bad stuff. Which, okay, he did bad shit, but I haven't heard anything since. Like, I mean, why are we holding these people to account? To these high expectations way back when some of the shit was acceptable back then.
Because now we know better, and we are superior than anyone in the past.
Well, yeah, but judge them now on the things that they're doing currently, not what they did back then.
Wait, what? That sounds logical.
I
don't like that.
This is ridiculous.
I want to be angry.
Exactly. And it's so hateful, man. Like anyone that's becoming big, it happened to James Gunn. As soon as he started getting big, with both Guardians, they go and find some like bad tweets he put out. Like,
well, those tweets were kind of fucked up. Well, he was trying to be funny, but it was like, whoa, dude, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah, but think about where this guy comes from. He did Tromaville, man. Like he came from Troma family. Like, dude, like he has that background and he's changed. Like, again, you gotta judge them on their character now and not back then. Like if we're talking about apologies, like he went and said, "Hey, I was in a different place back then, and I thought this was funny, and now I'm not in that place anymore." Like that's like it makes sense, and then that's why he got hired back by Disney. Like Gina's right now in the present, and she's just making it too vocal, and I really got a pee, so you can move on with news. That's all I have to say.
All I gotta say is Mr. Potato Head has been around since 1952. Like this man has seen it all.
Dude, that was back with Jim Crow.
Whoa.
So now, dude, that's a whole nother level of French fry.
That's an old ass French fry. Let's see. What can we talk about while Peter is peeing? Mighty Ducks. Have you seen this, Evan?
I watched the teaser, I guess.
So
they're completely destroying the Mighty Ducks now.
Exactly. Why do we need to have this separate team? Because these little nerds can't get into the Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks established themselves as a great organization, and they're an actual professional hockey team. Why do we have to have a series based on a bunch of rejects who can't get in the Mighty Ducks?
Right. We just turned the Mighty Ducks into the evil Russians from Miracle.
And dude, the Scandinavian dude is running the Mighty Ducks.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like Emilio Estevez had a change of heart.
Yeah, and
Now
he
hates hockey.
Yeah.
And it's all like what he owns in ice rink. It's like, dude, really? It's like, I understand you need Emilio for Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
But come on. Like,
that's the saving grace
really?
of the series is Emilio is back. If they didn't have Emilio, I would have no interest in this. I actually want to see Emilio Estevez, and I want to see the brothers from Night at the Roxbury come in and be at a hockey game. They go, Emilio or Coach Bombay,
right? But no one would get that reference nowadays.
Right, nobody would. Peter, thoughts on
Chris
Mighty
Kattan.
Duck series?
Oh, I was hoping we were done with the news.
Oh no, I still got like 2 more.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Okay.
You know.
Mighty Ducks. Peter doesn't care. All right. One last thing. We got Keanu Reeves as coming as Kraven in Spider-Man. And do you think this is Marvel and Disney's way of just stocking up on the best actors?
I mean, isn't that what everyone's doing? I don't mean it's the point. You're supposed to bring in big names to promote your movies, and these superhero movies have all the power right now.
Did you just have a bad piss because you came back very pissy?
Is this
he wasn't tight enough?
This is just offered the role.
No, it's officially offered.
I know, but
you forgot your quotation marks, right?
Officially offered.
He has not accepted this. I gotta say, man, like I mean, if this is the case for Kraven, I don't think Keanu Reeves I don't think he should be Kraven, in my opinion. I think there's other roles better suited for him.
Oh my god, he could be Magneto.
Sure, I'd be more on board with that,
dude. He would be an awesome Magneto.
It's gonna be James McAvoy. Just wait.
That'd be funny. All right. We're going to wrap up with news. Do you guys want to talk about Sony getting rid of VOD and rental stuff?
No.
Not really.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's happening with Sony. Apparently,
it's just on their PlayStations. It's on the PlayStation Store. That's all.
You know what sucks about this? I like PlayStation TV. I had that forever, and now I have YouTube TV, and it's okay, but the interface is not as cool as PlayStation. And it sucks for people who bought all this shit on PlayStation. Now they're not going to get new stuff, but I found a way, so, they can too, so fuck them.
When you have a need, you'll find a way. But,
and on that note, you know what you guys got to do?
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
There you go.
Review. Tell your friends. Tell them to... I already have like 3 new listeners as of tonight. I was grumpy and I told them I have a podcast and I have to podcast at 7:30. And they're like, oh, cool. What is it about? And I was like, fucking movies, okay?
Fuck you, I'm out.
Yeah, I'm out. But listen to us. I'll send you the link when I'm home. And we're coming up with new shirts. We might have a Nick Cage one soon. Follow us on socials. We got B Movies Beyond on Insta. We got Twitter B Movies Beyond. We got Facebook B Movies Beyond. And Word.
We have Microsoft Word?
I don't know. That was just on the note for me to say. It says
Word. All right.
Sure does say that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Facebook is B Movies Beyond done.
Yeah. I think somehow we started typing in a place we weren't supposed to type. I like this is like it's like Anchorman where you just read whatever's on the prompter.
I like Word.
So all right, let's get into some reviews. Thank you for all that, Ryan. And I mean, seriously, listeners, beholders, beyonders, whatever you prefer, you guys.
Whoa.
And
personal, Peter.
you women as well, and you theys.
You theys. That's probably I should just do you theys. The easiest way to support this show is just like Ryan said. is go angrily tell someone about the show and pass the link along.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
And then they buy
Um,
merchandise, and we actually make monies, and we get better equipment, and there's like basketball going on over there or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we make the podcast better by you doing that. You theys doing that.
And
those
we
things.
can pay to have Grumpy Cat on the thing.
Yeah, I was wondering if like having Grumpy Cat behind me, check out our YouTube channel, if that affects us or not. But
Bad
isn't
news,
he
guys.
dead?
Bad Grumpy
Is
Cat
that
died.
bad?
Yeah.
I think you're making that image your own by being in front of it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
So now we get into actually what our podcast is about.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Reviews of movies.
When did this
And-
start?
I know.
When did we change the format?
March 2nd, 2021 at 8:57 p.m.
Oh God.
Evan, in honor of you being back, why don't you go first? Why don't you take the reins and take
You're
us
actually
through
gonna
some
let
reviews?
go?
Let's
You're
mute
gonna
Peter.
let go?
Yeah, I was, I was thinking we should probably start rotating whoever goes first because usually that's the person they usually get through the review and then it's the last person that gets interrupted. so let's rotate. So Evan, you're first. So go
Oh my
ahead.
God. This is the happiest day of my life.
Hey, don't take too long. I might ruin it.
Oh God. All right. So I actually watched something on Shudder recently, Scare Package, and it's a nice anthology film about someone working at a video store. And
What? Huh?
yeah, someone's
video
working at a video store, and basically there's 7 scary stories that they all go talk about.
Oh.
And some of it's just, hey, I'm talking about this movie and everything, but you know how anthology films have a wraparound story.
Yeah. Is this like related to like VHS since it's a video store?
Not really. It's
Oh.
just, hey, video stores used to exist. I mean, there is a part where the guy's just kind of rewinding stuff with the little VCR rewinder.
So like this is like back in the 90s then with like VHS then.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I like that.
But it's like they really don't try to put a time period on it.
Mm.
But this movie is so self-aware and it is beautifully bad. Like, it is for true horror fans because it has such strange and like little fascinating little tidbits about older movies. And it's like you just kind of have to be like a big fan of like all the classics, like Friday, Halloween, Friday the 13th. Friday. Chris Tucker isn't that scary.
How do you get fired on your day off?
But yeah, I totally recommend this. The special effects are amazing, and it's so over the top for people that don't like gore. It's so over the top, it's just funny. And they never really just try to gross you out, but they do. It's just really amazing, and the stories are great. It was hilarious, and I totally recommend it.
Nice.
You know what I like about just a quick little Google was the movie cover reminds me of one of those horror movies that I saw, not specifically at a Blockbuster, but at King Soopers, the section that said horror, and I never walked to because I was always afraid to look at them. But it's an homage to one of those really shitty horror movie type of covers.
You're referring to House, and that is not a shitty movie.
I'm referring to like
House and House 2, I'm telling you.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
he's
the
just
severed
talking
hair.
about the trailer or the poster.
yeah, the poster.
It's cool though. But yeah, Evan's right. They're not shitty movies. I love those movies.
Oh no, I after looking at House's movie cover, yes, it is like that. It's something where it's like something creepy on the cover, and it doesn't tell you much, but it's enough to tell you like, if you're a little chicken shit, don't watch this movie.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, this has just so many of the great tropes. It has like homages to. It's perfect. Like,
Evan-
I highly recommend this.
I have a question for you.
I'll make something up. What's up?
All right, so we have a bunch of streaming services like between all of us. Do you have any besides Shudder, or do you just watch Shudder?
I have all the streaming services.
You do.
That's right.
What's your password?
Yeah.
231.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. What's your username?
Oh, Evan.
That'd be so funny if that worked.
That would be.
Awesome. Well, Evan, I love when you're on because when you actually do do a review, you actually bring in a movie I never heard of or seen or even seen on my radar. So
Okay,
it
you need
makes
to
me
buy Shudder, and then you'll actually be ahead of me.
actually. So what's your password?
231.
Okay. Awesome. So you recommend this one, Evan?
I do. It is so aware of itself. It's perfect. And it's just got those little bits of comedy that make you chuckle. Not laugh out loud, though. Just chuckle.
Let me. My question, Evan, is like I'm getting more and more into these anthologies, but I really just kind of look at it as like, all right, it's just it's a whole bunch of short films, and so like the overall like arc though is that's the defining moment. Is can they actually do an overall arc that is satisfying? And so that's my question to you. Is it satisfying? Is like the actual like to make it like a movie to bring these all together? Is it worth it, or do they just have good, like, oh man, like the second like short was awesome or something?
It's a little bit of both.
Yeah. Stop blowing your microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez. Can't breathe on this podcast.
Hold on, let me fix that.
Better.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Mask on. Okay, but yes, Evan. So, yes and no was your answer.
You don't even listen when you ask a question. Good God.
Breathing going on really loudly.
The overall wrapping around story is great. And
okay.
Even the ones, of course, there's ones that are like, hey, you have favorites.
Yeah.
But just the whole, how much it feeds into the stupid horror tropes is amazing.
Okay. So
and it's all
arc that brings them all together is satisfying.
For me, it was because there's tiny little things sprinkled throughout it.
Okay.
And that's just I'm like, oh God, this is perfect. But this is definitely for really big horror fans.
I like horrors.
Horses?
Big ones. He likes the big ones.
I like big whores.
And then what else? I watched a lot of movies. It was great.
Evan, I want. I'm gonna sneak you in later when I do mine. So Peter, you do yours.
This is not podcast friendly.
Weird.
You just
okay. I started off. I tried watching the new Tom and Jerry movie.
Terrible.
Yeah, it's bad. It is really bad, and it made me wonder. I don't think I'm a big fan of the cartoons, where they didn't talk. Like Tom and Jerry, they don't talk.
So they're cats and mice.
Yeah, but throughout this, from what I saw of this, other animals were talking, just not them. It makes
that
no
was stupid.
sense.
That was dumb.
Did you watch it too?
I did. I
tried
tried.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's the other part is they all the animals are animated in this film, which I actually thought I was like, okay, that's kind of clever, if you're gonna do that, mixing the worlds, this is a world where all the animals are animations and people are people. I'm okay with that, but just the fact that they don't talk, like, I mean, there's so much more when the people talk. It adds so much more to it, and yeah, it just I didn't
That's
finish
almost a
it.
perfect segue to Ryan's film.
I know it really is. So, um,
But anyway, bring that up later.
yeah, but Tom and Jerry, not very good. Even for being free on HBO, I guess it's not free. If you subscribe to HBO Max, you got it there. Watching, like, I tried watching it with Gianna, and she's 4, and she even was kind of like, whatever, I'm gonna do something else. Like, she wasn't even entertained. So.
Tom and Jerry doesn't hold up with this generation of kids, dude. Like, it didn't even hold up with my generation. Like, even when I was younger, I was like, that's okay. But
so that's what I was trying to remember, like those like cartoons, like Looney Tunes, and like I think I was always more of a fan when they actually talked, like like the Roadrunner and everything, and Tom and Jerry, like they didn't like. I didn't like those ones that were just silent, which is kind of, again, funny.
We get it. You don't like subtitles.
No, it wasn't. There wasn't subtitles in those. It was quiet.
That's why you got to read the body language, Peter. Come on.
I mean, it's there, but it's still like, I don't know. It wasn't enough.
I get that, especially with main characters.
Yeah, like, and then I just saw though, it made like 14 million though for opening weekend, which is pretty good during a pandemic, and being able to watch it at home through HBO Max, like, not bad to bring in 14 million if I say so. So
what did you watch?
What I did watch was Tentacle, and it's like a love horror film. Actually, it's called psychosexual film.
That's awkward.
Yeah, I was just like, what does that mean? And it just means that it's more sexual than normal. But even then, like, I wouldn't even say it was like that sexual. Like, it wasn't even like wasn't like a churro.
So are you talking like half chub?
Yeah, where's Chub Chub?
Oh, dude, I gave him a lion cut. He looks hilarious.
That's great.
Oh, restless. He bit me just now, which is weird. He's never bitten me.
Oh, wow.
You get a picture of Chub Chub so you can put it online.
Okay.
So we know what a full chub and churro is the half chub, I guess. Yeah, this is just it's not full chub, it's half chub. But actually, I mean, the whole movie, actually, I liked it. It was kind of cool. Like, it was very. This is it's on Hulu, and I think it's one of like After Dark films or whatever they were doing, Into the Dark, whatever that is. And I think it's for Valentine's Day. And oh man, like, I can't. I don't want to give away too much because it will just ruin the film for you. So that's why I brought up Tom and Jerry. But, like,
I get it. His penis is the tentacle.
No, far from it. But it's just, this is one of those films where you don't know what's going on. There's a lot of weirdness happening, and then it finally gets to the point where, like, the guy's like, it kind of turns into like a ghost story where it's like, all right, I need to go figure out the backstory and do my own investigation to figure out what's going on. But I just say, like, the relationship is not all that it seems to be, and then when you actually get to the end of it, where, like, what's actually happening throughout, it's pretty crazy, and it's not how I expected it to end. But it was pretty cool. I thought it was a decent film for, like, a lower budget, like, Hulu flick. So check out Tentacle for psychosexual film.
Is that?
I can't believe they call it that. I love it.
I think that's a better term than my favorite movie, the romantic comedy with the sci-fi horror twist.
Yeah.
Um,
I will say, what's better than The Sound of the Ocean?
The sounds of Nicolas Cage not saying anything.
Oh, that's good, but no, it's fucking.
It's a thing.
Yeah,
Just a bunch of grunts.
When he's playing the pinball machine, that was a little too. That was psychosexual right there.
Hey, so my review, I'm gonna bring in a special guest for this one. It's gonna be a dual review, and I'm gonna review this with Evan, since Evan's missed out on. Oh, way to be disappointed.
I was gonna say, you could say it is Nicolas Cage and Evan, but Nicolas Cage is being his character and is not gonna say a word.
Nicolas Cage will be there. We'll grunt every once in a while.
Oh.
So, Ev, you want to do Willy's Wonderland with me?
Yes, if we can agree on certain things.
Oh, I'm not gonna. So, okay, Peter reviewed this last week, and this sparked a whole Ted did some old ass Nick Cage movie.
Valley Girl.
Yeah,
His
and
first leading role.
Yeah, and okay, Nicolas Cage. We've come to the conclusion he's one of the greatest actors of our generation, right?
Because he won't say no to a role.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. We need to make a movie so that he won't say no to us.
Yeah, and it needs to be our zombie movie that starts off in Tokyo, ends in Amsterdam, and then the suburbs.
Yeah.
Like it.
Okay, so Peter, thank you for Willy's Wonderland. I've always been curious about this. We watched the trailer multiple times. We've been excited about this. And I'm going to say this. I think this movie lives up to the hype. And I don't know why this is considered VOD. I'm going to consider VOD a B movie, because if they're not going to make it to the movie theater, then that's a B movie to me. So,
I mean, the movie theater's got to be open, though, to give it a chance.
Are open. And
no, they're not. You can't go.
It's 100% open. And, we're going to go see Mortal Kombat at the movie.
Oh, yeah. So, Evan, you didn't know, but we're going.
I'm busy. I have HBO at home. Thank you very much. I don't have to wear pants here.
You don't have to wear pants here either.
Yeah,
No,
you don't.
No, I do.
There's not that many people in the movie theaters. They won't mind.
You know what? The police still arrest you.
What I love,
think AMC will not call the cops on you.
They'd be like, "Oh, he was a former employee here." Yeah.
Oh, they're called the cops.
Yeah.
They're like, "Oh, it's just Evan. He never wore pants working either." Dude, I love this movie. How it started off, I love that he was driving a badass car. You didn't tell me it was like a badass new Camaro.
Sorry, it was hardly in it, so
it was in it enough to know it was like a character. Okay, that's what I like about Nick Cage. He doesn't drive shitty cars in his movies. He drives nice cars.
It's true.
And then the whole scenario of they're just yeah, go ahead and just clean up and whatever. And he's like, okay. But then there's this whole
yes, he went.
Oh yeah. And then there's this whole subplot of this group of were they teenagers? Would you consider them teenagers?
I mean, 18, out of high school, just out of high school is what I took it.
They set out to just really destroy this building because they knew the history, and the history behind it was really cool too. That it was a failed business that was brought back, and then the owner died, and blah blah blah, and they're all haunted and
rituals.
And the one thing I didn't like about this movie is they weren't very animatronic. They were just people in suits with big character heads, especially the girl one. The girl one was and then
and that was the one that had the most CGI that I personally did not like. The CGI parts were not good, but I mean, the rest, like I thought the costumes, I enjoyed the costumes. I thought they did a decent job of making them look animatronic-y.
The kill scenes were great. The sex scene was great. I like how the guy was like, "No, he's been there the whole time. It's fine." Total like horror movie trope right there. You know, like, no, babe, like continue just riding me for this entire scene, and everything's fine. Everything's fine. It'll be fine. But no, there's a crocodile staring at you and slightly moving around, and she's like, "Is he moving?" He's like, "I don't care." You know. And okay, Nicolas Cage is like the star in this movie, but he really wasn't. Like, it allowed these unknown actors to really act and be this group of teenagers who were set out to destroy the Willy's Wonderland. And I honestly, I think everything played out like the beginning, the middle, and end. And I know there's like the first act, second act, and all that. Played out extremely well in this, dude, and I enjoyed it.
How was that third act? Huh? I like how you just gave them different names instead of numbering them. You just say, "Yeah, the beginning, middle, and end." You know, first and second.
I don't know, Ev. What do you got to add to this? Because I mean, based off Peter's recommendation, I would also recommend this movie.
Now, it wasn't a big blockbuster, but it wasn't a total like bomb. Like it was mediocre. Like, hey, I was happy I watched it, but would I watch it again? Meh.
I would watch it again.
I would watch it again.
Well, you guys are wrong.
I
apparently have much more time-sensitive things to do.
If this re-release on Shudder, would you watch it again?
Maybe if I was in the mood, but I'm not really drawn to it. Because it was fun for one time, but it's all like, hey, maybe if I'm stoned and I'm like, oh, I see it. Sure, maybe. But it's just a maybe. It's not, oh my God, I do have to watch this again.
Like, I don't see. This is a movie where I think I would, like get the friends together and I put that on, like for sure. Like, I think it's that type of movie. And I felt like for Nicolas Cage not saying anything, like I thought he did a great job, and I was still just as captivated by a Nicolas Cage, performance as any other of his other films. And I felt like he had like a Ash Williams like type vibe for his like killing and I mean, I guess for his killing of the animatronics. And I think maybe why I have this, like, I recommend it so much is because I was doubtful for a little bit where I was like, oh, this might, especially once I heard that he wasn't going to say a word, I was like, I think this might suck now. And then when I watched it and just his performance, and especially the part where he's doing the pinball, and that was a little bit too sexual for me. That was really weird. It was really weird. I don't. He did it, and those little things like you said, like Evan, like I think like with your movie Scare Package, like those little tropes throughout horror films, like I thought they nailed it, and they stayed really true to their tone of this film, and they executed it very nicely. And I think one of my favorite like kind of death scenes is with that Mexican whatever he was, like a turtle. Was he a turtle?
Oh,
Tortuga.
Yeah. Yeah, like that was pretty funny. And then also how it ended up at the end. I will say I thought some of the last, maybe like the last 5-minute parts of it were a little bit odd, but like that's the part that brought me back. It's like, oh yeah, this is like a lower budget, type B film. I think hands down, it was just well made. Again, I'm reviewing it again. I loved it.
It's definitely a B film, but the lack of backstory really bugged me, especially with how much time Nick Cage actually did have on screen, and he wasn't talking. It did add to comedy parts, but then it was all like, hey, I want to go a little bit more into it, and I wish it was a little bit darker. Because I love the fact that it's like, oh, hey, this actually used to be owned by a serial killer and his weird, creepy compatriots. But I was wish like they kind of have just a little bit more background on each one. And because I was kind of like, hey, that'd get me a little bit more invested. Like 13 Ghosts, how it's like, okay, each ghost has its actual own story, and you know that from the looks of it.
That just opens up for a prequel.
But then it's all like, I don't know,
I would like to see an anthology of this.
I just want to know, like, when he got diabetes.
I want to know
if that day.
The punch.
if Amber Heard will be in a prequel from Drive Angry to prequel to Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, I like that connection, actually.
Yeah.
I like it too.
It's much more Satan worship, though.
Yep.
And was in Willy's Wonderland.
And maybe she could be in a sequel that would really show how fucking crazy she is.
She tries to ruin Nicolas Cage's career. And he's like, I already did it.
Yeah.
Although I will say,
yeah,
I will say, I was very proud of myself because this was the first like continuity error I actually saw while watching it, like normal speed.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, I'm kind of proud of myself for actually catching that.
What error? What?
Oh, there was just an error when he gets cut on the cheek. But when he's like cleaning out the little dishwasher area, he's got that Band-Aid on his face.
Duct tape.
And then the next scene goes away.
Oh.
And then after he fights the ostrich, then he gets cut. And then it's back for the rest of the film. And I was like, I actually noticed that. I'm kind of proud of myself.
That's funny.
Yeah, I guess I did not notice that. You brought up the cleaning part, which I actually wrote down. Was anyone else like strangely like satisfied by like how well he was cleaning everything?
I feel like that was a trick for Nicolas Cage. It's all like, hey, let's just get him to clean shit. That's his part. And it's all like, hey, we actually just rented this old Chuck E. Cheese.
And we need it clean by the
clean
end
it.
of filming. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it just says something about me, but I was like strangely like I was just like, oh man, he's doing a really good job cleaning everything. Like when he's cleaning the bathroom, I was like, damn, he did an amazing job. I don't think he could have got all that graffiti off, but
He's had to pay that bill, dude. He has $1,000 bill to repair his tire.
Well, and honestly, dude, all he had to do was just be there all night pretty much and do some cleaning.
And live.
Yeah, I don't think it was, I mean, obviously he wasn't expected to clean the whole thing. Like, and that was also my favorite, like the ending where like it's perfectly clean. Like I was like that was kind of like a fun, just little ending.
I did enjoy
the job, and he did it well. And that guy's like, maybe I will open it up again. I would watch this again with friends. I would, if this comes out to theaters ever, I would go seek this out and watch it. Like I think it's gonna hold a special place in my heart. This film, and I thought it was well done. You know, that's all I have to say. Like, there's some B movies and they're fun because they're so bad, but this is one that was it was well done, but it was cheaper though. Like you could tell, like, yeah, they're all weird big, bags on their heads, and like, they couldn't really talk, all of them, the animatronics, or puppet animatronics, whatever. But they made the most out of what they had, and I think that's why I appreciate that, and like that's what I like to see. So
I gotta say, the one thing that did really throw me off, but I thought was fairly funny, was him the ostrich sneaks up behind him and he just starts punching it. And he's all like, what? Do something. Come on. And then finally the ostrich actually talks. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. It
was unnecessary, but it was good.
I thought it wasn't. I mean, he punched it a few times because, I mean, like, obviously he's aware of, like, it was not right behind him. and so he's trying to get that fill of it.
You don't have to justify it to me, buddy. It's
Oh, I'm
okay.
justifying. I gotta justify
you're
every
not.
single part of this film.
No, you're
It
not.
makes perfect sense. But
Just wait till the time travel sequence.
if they time travel in the sequel, I'm out. I'm out. I think that's the bad part. Like they didn't lead this movie up for like a sequel. Like I would love to have a sequel. I would love just to see that character, the janitor, the Nicolas Cage, the janitor, just go out and see what other shenanigans he can get into. Like he could be the next John Wick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. As a janitor. That'd be cool.
Goes and cleans up some other like a haunted hotel or go cleans up whatever, But
I had 2 beers for the first time in a month. I have to pee again.
Okay. We're gonna get into recommendations.
All right, start off.
Okay. Evan, I'm sure you have lots to recommend since you've had 2 weeks off. Why don't you again take the lead in this?
I gotta take more vacation, apparently. If I always get to go first after 2 weeks off, are you kidding me? This sounds amazing. Oh God, recommendations. Actually, there's an interesting anime I've started watching on Amazon Prime called Vinland Saga. And it's kind of basically Vikings, I guess. And I can't remember if they're in I believe they're in Iceland. But it's interesting because they get recruited to invade England and everything, and it's incredibly violent for a cartoon, which is always a fun plus, because it's all like, animes are just great, because it's Kill Bill in cartoon form.
Mm-hmm.
And it's that
there was the anime in Kill Bill.
But it's not Kill Bill entirely.
Okay. I see.
That's right.
What's it called again?
The Vinland Saga?
Finland.
No, Vinland. Think V. Vinland. Saga.
Yeah, Vinland Saga.
Yep.
Interesting. That's interesting for like a Viking anime. But I think I've recommended this before, but I only watched the one episode, and then I heard it on another podcast. They started talking about it. I was like, oh yeah, I really need to watch that again. So I watched 2 more episodes of Wayne. It used to be back on YouTube when they were doing TV shows or whatever, and since they cut all that, Amazon Prime bought up this. And so the first season's on there, and I guess I hear there's talks about making a second season. But speaking of like violence, like this is live action, kind of like a dark comedy, but super violent sitcom. Basically, they're only like half an hour long, and it is amazing. And it's like in like, I think they have like a Jersey accent or something. I don't know, but like. It's hilarious. I just love everything about it, and it's not even like, I wouldn't even say they're trying to be like super funny, but it's just like it's like taking 2 people that are just stuck in like their Jersey Shore shit and taking them and like going cross country and just beating up tons of people. It's awesome. I highly recommend it. It's on Amazon Prime. It's called Wayne. It's cool.
Cool.
Yeah. We passed you while you're in the bathroom. We just thought you wanted to pee. That was your recommendation.
Oh, dude, can I tell you? I was gonna say something. I haven't had alcohol for like a full month, and that was the best piss I've had in the longest time. So I highly recommend a good pee.
Just wait 5 minutes. You'll have to go again.
And I hope it's as good as that one, because oh my god, dude, like I feel like I could breathe. I don't need to wear a mask anymore. I'm not part of cancel culture. I can put
yes, you are.
I could put potato heads together. You know, oh my gosh, I'm just so relieved. So I think you just need to piss it out sometimes.
That's true. You do need to piss it out sometimes.
Just-
Good. That's a good motto. Yeah, piss it out sometimes.
just you beholders, just piss it out.
Is that your recommendation?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good with that. I'm good. Well, beholders, thank you for listening. Again, tell your friends. They you know, they need to hear this wisdom from us. You know, just piss it out. They need to hear this. And they have to stay to the very end. Because as I've learned anything from doing this podcast, the longer we go, I feel like the wiser that we get, or just, you know, some weird thing that we say, just like, oh yeah, that's really smart.
That makes sense. Piss it out.
Yeah, piss it out. Evan's gonna take another 2-week break.
That's right. Just so I can be first again. Peace, bitches.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks, everyone.
He's gonna cycle through every time he's not first.
Evan, that's what he does when he takes those 2-week breaks. He's just pissing us out. It's just getting that out of the way. And then he's like, hey, you know what? You know what was kind of fun? Doing that podcast. Maybe I'll come back to that. I got it all out. I'm
Yep.
ready to come back. And you get refill. You pissed it out, and now you got to refill. That's
Just
what
gotta
Ryan
drink
was
it all
doing.
in.
Yeah, that's what Ryan is doing now.
Yeah. I just do it during the
So-
podcast.
Yep. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
All right.